Hi everyone. I think I actually know what day it is. I think it's day 61, maybe 62. But 60 is a big number because that's like 2 months, which is big and not big. Accomplishments today. I have a hat on. Woo-hoo. I'm still kind of snarky. I'm really tired. It's only 5:15, but I didn't sleep well again last night because of my back. Fortunately, someone invented Instacart, and while they're more expensive, there's some guy named Richard who is going to get my groceries right now. Hopefully he's COVID-free. And then a friend of mine's picking them up from their curbside pickup to drop off here, and then me with my big, strong T-Rex arms can't lift the bags to bring them in, and there's no spot on Instacart to say, can you please make sure the bags weigh less than X amount of pounds? So I have to wait for my son to get home to be able to bring the groceries inside, to lift them up on the counter, and then, because it's still COVID, and I'm back into paranoia mode because I'm not going to get sick before I see the oncologist next week. So I'm going to wipe them all down with a sanitizing wipe, which is oh so fun, and probably not necessary, but I got COVID when I thought that, like, why would I get COVID? I've been so careful, blah, blah. So I'm wiping them down, but I can only put the stuff away in the fridge that I can actually reach, which is like one shelf comfortably, and the rest I have to use my legs for. I'm just tired of this crap. I should be happy I got the hat on today, but I usually have a ponytail through the hat. No way is that gonna happen. That takes way too much finagling. I had a side ponytail, but specifically because I decided to cut my hair before my surgery because I thought it would be easier. In hindsight, it would have been better to keep it long, or have kept it long, because now it's so short and I can't get it over to a side ponytail. Well, I guess I can, but it just doesn't, it falls out like all this stuff. And this morning, I get up too early, because like once I'm up and the sun's up, it's like I'm just up. I'm not a napper. I've never been a napper. I don't know about when I was a baby, but if I sleep in the middle of the day, then I just am not sleeping at night, which makes it worse. I would rather sleep like a 5-hour chunk at night than, sleep 3 hours, wake up in pain, then wake up another 3 hours later, or sleep for another 3 hours later. I'm going on about 11 hours. Oh wait, that's not true. 23 hours without Tylenol. That could be why I'm crabby. And they say not to chase the pain, which I'm doing right now, but I want to be able to sleep. So I know if I take Tylenol now, I'd have to stay up till 11 to take another dose. And I'm trying to wean off the Tylenol. Something I have a what are those things called? Zooms tomorrow. Lots of rolling of the eyes today. I have a Zoom doctor appointment tomorrow, and I'll ask about the Tylenol thing. Because, like, how long are you allowed to be on Tylenol? I don't want my body to become, less responsive to it. But I'm not a glass half full person today. I just put the phone on and realized the time is ticking, and I'll share about today. Nothing spectacular really happened. I shouldn't say that. Gotta turn my frown upside down. What spectacular happened was I got a baseball cap on today, and then my friend, haven't seen in a while, came to go walking with me today, and I walked for I think it was 0.37 miles, which is pretty good, which is good. My speed went up, even though it seemed like I was walking so slow, and I had to stop more often just because of the length. I walked for 25-ish minutes, I think. I don't know how long I actually stood for, but my rate, my miles per minute dropped by or minutes per mile, However long it would take me to walk a mile. Ugh, I can't math today. And that's really saying something because I always math. The amount of time it would have taken me, oh my gosh, I can't speak. The amount of time it would take me to walk a mile, which would be my rate, dropped from like, what was it yesterday? Like 87 minutes for a mile, which is so sad. And today, I think it was like 50 minutes, if I recall correctly. I look it up, but I'm on my phone, so I can't. So that was a big accomplishment. I was totally winded after. We just sat on a bench and just chatted for a while. And it was nice because it's good to catch up, and you're outside, so I have to be less worried about COVID. And we're still both wearing masks, and I didn't have to ask her. She just did it, which is awesome. She asked me to take a ride in her Jeep. And old Jen would have been like, woohoo, top down, bouncing around, but getting yang. I don't know if that's what I'm going to end up calling them for good, but they're not up for bouncing right now. That'll be a graduation thing to go for a ride with the top down in her Jeep, but can't do it today. And I did ask her, like I put the hat on, it was sunny out, or it is sunny out, and I asked her to put my hair back in a ponytail. And that's just such, like, it shouldn't be a big deal, but for me, like, judge all you want by how this sounds, but like, to me, I feel like I'm 4 when I'm like, can you put my hair in a ponytail? Like, I just want to do it myself because it shouldn't be a big deal. Like, I'm fine asking for help in most circumstances, but just putting my hair back in a ponytail. And then it's like, what kind of ponytail do you want? And I noticed as I asked different people to put my hair back in a ponytail, it's like people's handshakes. Ponytails are like people's handshakes. You can tell a lot about a person by their handshake, right? I mean, you've heard that, I'm sure, a billion times. Like, my handshake is like firm, not too firm enough to know that, like, I mean business, but not too firm to be intimidating. And not too, like, loosey-goosey that, you're going to be walked all over. So that's my handshake. I know some people are, like, have really aggressive handshakes, and some people have handshakes that are, like cooked spaghetti. It's kind of similar with people with hair and ponytails. Because I've had a few people now put my hair back in a ponytail. And some people, like, I tend to, when I'm doing a pony, as long as my roots aren't gray, I'll part down the middle, and then I'll slide it down, kind of the Robert Palmer video look thing, sleek it down so I don't have as many flyaways and whatever. And then there's the people that will, give you a very clear side part, so you look like Marsha Brady. And then you have the people that let's comb your hair all the way back, which I don't normally comb my hair that way. And then you have people that are afraid to pull too hard, so it's super loose, which is nice, but then it falls out because my hair is like super thick. And then I taught my son, great skill to know, I taught my son how to flat iron, not today, last week. I don't think I mentioned that, or whenever it was. I can flat iron the sides of my hair, and I can bend to do the top, but I can't do the middle of the back of my head. And I think I've only flat ironed it the one time since surgery. Sorry. But I'm like, what a cool skill I just taught my son, like how to flat iron like someone's hair. And he did a really good job at it too. But I'm just like frustrated with the stuff that I'm not able to do today. I had a really productive physical day. Effective. I didn't get all my exercises done that I was supposed to have gotten done. But like, I got up in the morning and I had a regular breakfast. I had no weird antibiotics to take. So it was like my normal routine, with medication wise, whatever. I wasn't taking like 10 other meds to figure out like what I had to take when. So that seemed normal to me. And then I sat outside and meditated. I didn't get that weird mark on my leg like I had last time. I kept peeking every once in a while to be like, okay, the sun's on me. Is my leg going to turn all purple again? To be proactive, I did wear my compression pants today. And again, I look like I'm 6 months pregnant. And that's been fluctuating so much throughout the day today. I don't know. I just have to like forgive right now and accept my body that it is a roller coaster inside right now. I have all these organs and Lord knows where all the fluid's going that were in my drains. You know, I did have cankles, like a week ago or something, and that's gotten much better. But when I got out of my shoes after my walk this morning, I did notice that it was tight. Thing to know too is like, I haven't tied a shoe since surgery. Part of that is, if I don't like wearing socks, which I think I said many times, but I slip on like Keds, which are just easy to put on and off. But to put a sock on and then sneakers, I'm not able to bend over comfortably to tie sneakers and pull tight enough to have my laces like stay tight, whatever. I can't tense apparently today either. So I wanted to wear like gray socks and gray sneakers, and I'm like, I can't do that because my sneakers that I have to pull the tongue up, and it's so much energy to put your heel in with my finger, and to do that and the tongue would just be way too much. Oh, woe is me. It's just annoying. Like, I like my camo shirt, but like, I'm sick of my camo shirt. I came back and noticed I got a little sunburnt, and I'm like, oh, it's all right. I should put sunblock on, but it's like not even in my space right now about sunblock. I guess most of my short walks have been in shady areas, so it didn't dawn on me to think about where I was walking today was going to be sunny the whole time. But then out of like habit, I have this spray stuff. It's like an afterburns, not that kind of afterburn. Like after you have sun exposure, whatever, it just like cools it off and has aloe in it to help it heal. So I just instinctively went shh, and then I'm like, wait a minute, like I don't want something to drip into my stitches or something and screw something up. All the little things that you have to think about. I'm sure it would be fine, but I'm still not, you know, until the stitches are dissolved and like I know things are like sealed, I'm not comfortable even like thinking about having something get in the drains other than, or in the stitches other than like water. And everything's healing well. I ordered bras that came in today. Half of them came in. The other hopefully will come later today, if not tonight, or if not tomorrow, I mean. One of them I put on has a great material, but the cup size is too big, which is interesting. It matched my old cup size, and it's just a perkier, it lifts a bit. So it's a bit perkier of a bra, not underwire at all. Never wearing underwires again, because I don't need to. Ow. But I'm so like over wearing this bra, like the one I got from the hospital. The middle of it, the Velcro is like cardboard at this point, and it's not supportive. It's just kind of sticking into me, and I can't stand it. And I know I'll feel better when I have the right bra, but it's a process to find the right bra, because I know like how many cc's I am, and doing the math and calculating ratios to see how much did I go down by a cup size or whatever. And I think I went down a cup size, or maybe like a half cup size. From what I read, 200 cc's is a cup size, from my understanding. So if you're 200, you'd be an A cup. If you're 400, you'd be a B cup. If you're 600, you'd be a C. That's not right. Maybe it's more proportionate as you get higher. But I know if you add 200 cc's, from what I read, that's what adds on a cup size. So the cup size that I got, it's not necessarily that it was too big, it's just the way that it sat. Like my boobs are not moldable right now. They're solid. They're not going anywhere. There is no lifting and moving in. Like they're there. It's like the really thick, you know, not Play-Doh, but like clay, and like you let it sit there. That's what it feels like. With the things for the shelf, like just jabbing into your chest, like your lower chest, like by your sternum, like all the time. And progression is that I noticed that I'm not hunched over as much anymore. I am sitting up more upright, which is good. My Tiger Balm, I realized was expired, but the guy who's doing my Instacart shopping is picking up new Tiger Balm. So maybe that will be a total make it break it. Because I know when I don't get enough sleep, I'm crabby. So that could be causing part of my crabbiness today. It's more frustration. Like, I just want to be able to do stuff that I can't. You know, I'm used to doing so much stuff as I'm looking at my slow down pillow. But, you know, sometimes things just pop up in life that you can't slow down and you need to do stuff for other people. But as I say that out loud, like, if I can't be there for myself, nothing else should matter, because I can't be there for someone else if I'm not there for me. Like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, you know, or the angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other. The stubborn one on one side and the, oh, Jen, it'll all be okay, take care of yourself, is on the other side. I had to make a bunch of phone calls today. I did not make any of them, including having to make like follow-ups for plastics. I haven't called yet. But I did meditate, and I did do my neck circles, and I noticed my range of motion is increasing with my neck circles. It's crazy that even right now with me, as you're listening or watching, if you lift your neck up, I don't know if I'm more sensitive to it now, but there is such a stretch here with your skin. You know, your skin is like the largest organ in your body, and people don't think of your skin as an organ, but I can totally tell after all this stuff, it is one big ass friggin' organ. Because everything, it's your entire chest, and everything is connected. You know, moving your arms, like it's like my entire torso. You know, my entire torso is affected from all of this, and your torso is attached to your arms, so that impacts things. Fortunately, like from the waist down, things are pretty much normal. I'm getting a great workout to my legs and to my glutes when I do my stairs all the time, and I'm able to go up and down now without holding on by engaging my core, because my core is fine. I mean, I'm super bloated and stuff. I don't know if bloated is the right word, but there's a ton of water retention from the surgery and maybe other stuff, who knows, but I know that I'm engaging my core like I've never engaged my core before. So I know those things are working, and I know that the PT exercises are working, but there's a balance of like, you want to do the exercises, but you still want to make sure that you're respecting your body. So like yesterday, I did every single one of my PT exercises, and I was hurting by the end of the day. And I'm like, why do I still have to go from 0 to 100? I don't have to do that. So today I reeled it back, where I didn't do all my exercises. I did my shoulder things just up and down. I did my rolls, which have gotten so, I mean, look at this. How much better is that? I don't know if I showed you the first one. This hurts my armpits so badly. I have a pretty high threshold for pain, but this hurts so bad. I can feel the hole where my left drain was intensely as I do that. It's crazy. Like, this doesn't really bother. This is just like, I feel like I'm lifting my boobs up and down with my shoulders. Ugh, God, that hurts. The shoulder rolls, those are tough. And I know I have to not be hunched over, so they are helpful. But then I never got up to the point with walking my fingers up and down the wall. I didn't. My maintenance guy came today. Ironically, he's got the same, or he had the same PT and OT that I do. So like, oh, you know Matt? Yeah, I know Matt. I'm like, cool. So he helped fix a bunch of stuff just to make it easier, like loosening out my faucets and stuff so it's not so hard to turn. I do have on my list to get a shower head, like a handheld shower, whatever thing, because I can't reach up to adjust my shower. And he said he would install it, which is awesome. And it's weird because when he came in, I was just chit-chatting because I was here. And like a lot of times when he comes, I'm working or someplace, whatever. But he asked like how things were going. And the last time I saw him, I think, was before all this happened. And I had come back from walking. So at that point I was kind of winded, and I just hold myself here a lot after that as a protective thing, which is a weird habit. I guess if you're walking around and you have your hand there, people get worried or wonder, why is she touching her boobs all the time? But I said to him, like, yeah, my surgery was 2 weeks ago. He's like, surgery? He's like, it's done? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, when did all that start? And I'm like, July 9th. He's like, holy crap. Like, that was so fast. I'm like, yeah. And they're like, well, he said, well, when do you have the reconstruction? I'm like, they're in there now. I mean, they don't look exactly what they're supposed to look like yet, but they're there. I think if you look at me, it might look like I don't have boobs just because my stomach is bigger, but they're there, and they're big. Not big, I mean, they're my old size, a little bit smaller. The bra thing, what I will say, I ordered like 6 different bras. I ordered a set that are front zipped, which I think I shared in the beginning that those did not work for me when I bought them, or I didn't buy them. A friend of mine got them for me in a store. It did not work. I ordered them online in a size bigger than I thought I needed, but it's like when you have a big muffin top and you're trying to fit into size 2 jeans, just ain't gonna happen. So what I thought was my cup size, like the new cup size, didn't work either. It's pretty hard to zipper up a front zip bra if you're big chested and whatever. So I was able to do it. And once I had it on, I looked in the mirror and it wasn't so boxy. It was like a V-neck. It had a racer back. So like the back kind of crisscrosses, so, which is really nice actually, because with the racer backs, because there's not so much fabric, it doesn't rub up against your armpit as much, which is nice. The problem is I had to try way too hard to be able to zip it shut. And then when I finally zipped it shut, I was like, and I looked in the mirror and I looked at me from the side. And again, I can't really like pull my boobs in. I have this fear that I'm gonna like push it the wrong way and it's gonna go and just like pop, which I'm sure is not gonna happen, but that's just where I am with my implants right now. I don't even really consider them my boobs yet. I don't understand them enough to get how I can treat them. And that's the question I need to ask my plastic surgeon. But yeah, I put the sports bra on, and when I finally got it zipped up, which took some finagling, I turned to the side and I was like, damn, I have boobs. Like they're mine. They're the new ones. Wow, I just said they're mine. Acceptance, huh? Yeah, they looked pretty in the bra. It was a little painful. I need to return it and get a size bigger, I think. I'll get the size bigger first, then decide. That's so funny, I just said that. Wow, we just caught a moment together, people. Yeah, they're my new boobs. From the side, in the racer back, it felt more like me. I'm like, okay, I got walking this morning and I have my compression camouflage pants on, like whatever. I would have put a workout top on, but my armpits are super hairy, so I'm not going to do that. But yeah, I stood I looked to the side in the mirror and I could see like the curve of like my new boob. And I was like, damn, like those look nice. It's black, the bra, so you can't see like stuff underneath it. And it's got some like ruching in the middle by the zipper. But it looked nice. And I was actually like happy with the way my boobs looked. Yeah. I'll get to the acceptance part altogether. But that's one step. I called them my boobs. Didn't hesitate. I don't like yin and yang. I have to think of something else. I can't think of something. Something that's more me. I don't know. I think that will come with the process. It's like naming a child, it gets more complicated if you've already had one. Yeah, I don't have a ton to share, but like I am reeling it back with the PT stuff just because I know going from no PT to doing everything, I don't need to push myself that much. I will do all the exercises today, but I'm supposed to do them morning and night, and I didn't do them all in the morning. I'll do my night ones. And whatever I can't do, I can't do. But I'm sore from doing them. But I know overall I'm improving. So that's what I need to focus on versus checking off every little box of everything I had to do. So my new little chart of accountability for me is, what time I'm supposed to not time for meals so much, but like just getting on a regular normal routine actually after the pandemic. I mean, we're still in it, but I mean, like once I go back to work, like I'll be going back to work at my normal schedule, which I haven't done that since last March. It's been a year and a half of the pandemic. So it weirdly will help me to get back on a routine for that, about like when to eat and being on a consistent schedule. I wanted to shower today, not so much for my hair, but mostly my armpits, because I have to figure out what the hell's going on with my armpits. But after the walk, man, I was exhausted. I was totally beat. There was no way I had energy to take a shower. And while that is a sensible thing to do after you work out with your 51-minute mile, I couldn't. I was exhausted. I went to go make lunch. That's what I did. And then I was using my arms, and I was cutting up Brussels sprouts and some steak that I had left over, and something else. I don't even remember, but it was hard to cut. And steak is like super tender. It's not that, but the act of cutting with your hands, it hurts if you keep doing it enough. Oh, I had mushrooms. I didn't cut the mushrooms. Yeah, a cooked onion, Brussels sprouts, and like 5 pieces of very tender steak. And my arms were killing me. And then I put an electrolyte solution, which I've been drinking every day, which they told me to. I've been using it's not Gatorade, because it's what's it called? It's like there's Liquid IV, which is what I'm getting picked up today. There's another one, Ultima or something like that. UL is in the box. Ultimate something. But it's an electrolyte solution that you pour into like a water bottle and you shake it, whatever. But the shaking it, that also hurts. So I did a lot of PT exercises, even though I didn't check off all my boxes today. What are you going to do? And I'm going to create a possibility that my Tiger Balm that's not expired, that I'll be getting in just a short while, will do wonders for my back, that can actually sleep. I just want to sleep like 7 hours. I don't know what to do to make me do that. Well, I do. I'm just not doing it. Meditate before bed. All right, my son's home. Gotta go. Bye.